wonderful to be with our candidate for Oatley Ash with just a few hours to go before the polls close. And I just want to start by giving a big thank you to all the volunteers for all the political parties across the spectrum today. Thank you for your hard work, in the dedication that you have for your views, your political views. Thanks for engaging in democracy in a peaceful way. I think it's just a marvel of our society and community that people from different political backgrounds can stand on a polling booth a couple of metres from each other and engage in a civil way. So thank you for participating in this election campaign, and a big thank you to all our volunteers. I think the most precious thing you can give is your labour, and to give your labour in support of something that you believe is something really special. So everyone who's handing out for Labor today, taking time away from family, social events, perhaps work, we really appreciate it. Thank you for your dedication. One day to go, just a few hours left, and our message to undecided voters before polls close at 6 o'clock tonight is vote for change. Vote for a fresh start for New South Wales, for a team that's got a plan for essential services for our schools and for our hospitals, who's going to stand up against privatisation and really put the people of New South Wales first. We have got a team that's dedicated and committed to change, who's united and focused on what's possible in New South Wales, and we believe that together we can change the state for the better. That's up to the people of New South Wales. We leave it up to them, but with only a few hours to go, our message is vote for a positive change, vote for change in New South Wales. And with that, happy to take questions.
If the worst was to happen, Chris, and you lost the seat of Kogarah, what would occur to Labor Party, the leadership of Labor Party, central premise?
Yeah, look, I don't think it's right to be commenting about a scenario that hasn't happened yet. We're very hopeful in the seat of Kogarah, but I've always left it up to my constituents. It's always been a tough seat. I still think I'm the best candidate to represent the people of the state seat of Kogarah. I'm the only candidate that actually lives in the electorate, but I'm going to leave it up to my community, the community that I've lived in my whole life, gone to school in, my kids go to school in as well, and I trust their judgment.
How much time will you actually have to spend in your own electorate today?
A bit, yeah. Well, I mean, I obviously woke up and I live in Kogarah, so a lot of my time is spent in my electorate. But campaigning, yeah, look, I'll be voting later this morning at Carlton South Public School booth, which is traditionally the booth that my wife and I and my kids are responsible for setting up. I got to dodge that responsibility this morning, but I'm looking forward to getting there, seeing my neighbours, casting my vote, and then leaving it up to my my constituents to make a decision about who they think should be the best MP for Kogarah.
News poll today puts you in the best position you've been in the campaign, 54.5%, two-party preferred. What's your reaction to that?
My reaction is that, and it's a cliche, but genuinely, when a poll comes out on polling day, I just think it's more important to say to the people of New South Wales, go and cast your vote. There's nothing more important than an actual ballot in a ballot box. That's going to make the decision about how New South Wales is going to be governed over the next 4 years. And we've got a positive plan for change. I think we've run a campaign that's been civil, focused on the issues, and has been positive about what's possible in New South Wales. And the team that we've put up in all 93 electorates right across New South Wales is focused on what we can do in New South Wales to meet the challenges, to look at the possibilities in this state. And I'm excited about the opportunity, but I'm going to leave that verdict up to the people of New South Wales.
In your belly though today, has that really given you an incentive to charge towards the finish?
No, but it's been very encouraging on the booth, speaking to people who've said to me this morning that they'd made their mind up in the last week, or perhaps they'd made their mind up several weeks ago, but they were concerned about the health system, they were worried about their children's education. They were articulating to me that they believe that the government were essentially offering 4 more years like the last 4 years. So the same policies for the next 4 years means the same results, and I think we can do better in New South Wales.
You're in a relatively strong health Liberal seat. Is this a sign that you're confident of a Labor majority?
Well, we're fighting for a Labor majority, and we're not going to stop until 6 o'clock tonight. And the conversations we're going to have with voters, particularly those that haven't made up their mind, is that we've got great candidates, we've got good ideas, and we've got a fresh vision for New South Wales. Our immediate focus, of course, will be on our essential services schools and hospitals, but even when it comes to cost of living, Labor's the only party with a comprehensive plan to have a toll cap in New South Wales, to focus on privatisation in particular, and to really give families a break, I guess, after the New South Wales government's been responsible for the highest taxing jurisdiction in the country, and the fact that tolls, taxes, fees, fines, charges are all up and through the roof.
Chris, after 6 o'clock, there's really nothing left to do after months of a grueling campaign.
Yes.
How are you going to spend it? Are you going to kick back and watch the votes come in, have a barbecue party? What are you going to be doing post?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I might go for a long walk or a run. I haven't decided yet. I've really only been focused up until 5:59 p.m. on the Saturday night. So after 6 o'clock, I'll probably be watching through my fingers at the TV screens. I'm not sure. I'll see what happens.
There has been a lot of attention on the leaders in this campaign. You and Mr. Perrottet are similar ages. You both fathers of similarly aged children. What sets you apart from the Premier?
Look, we've listened to the community. We believe that the policies the government's pursuing on privatisation, the ideological wages cap and their plan, no real plan for retaining essential workers is a clear difference from what Labor is offering. And if we are elected today, we're going to hit the ground running, focusing on those essential services and ensuring that the state of New South Wales has a government in place that doesn't believe in privatisation, selling off our essential assets, because at the end of the day, it just means regular mums and dads have to pay more.
Do you have a victory speech up your sleeve?
No, I genuinely don't. No, I'm serious when I say my focus has been up to 5:59 p.m. tonight, and I think it's going to be close, but I've really got to leave it up to the people in New South Wales, trust their judgment, and after the ballot boxes close, accept their judgment as well.
It's a bit of a different election campaign because it would appear that you like Dom likes you. Do you have a final message for the Premier?
Look, on a personal level, I wish him the very best, but obviously I hope people don't vote for him. I think what I would say is that both sides of politics have remained civil and respectful for the entire campaign. And you've made the point quite a few times, Clinton, that it's gone on a long time. So there's been plenty of opportunities for both the Labor Party and the Liberal Party to take the low road, and I don't think either side have done it. So my message is, I don't know whether every future political campaign will be civil and respectful. What I can say, after this campaign, no one can say it's not possible, because it is possible to focus on the issues, to put your best foot forward, to respectfully say we think the government's wrong and we've got a better way. And I think I'd give that, I think the same, both Dom and myself have engaged in this election campaign the same way.
Is that something you're part of?
Yes.
Have you spoken to each other last night?
Yeah, I'm going to keep that between us.
There was a bit of a scandal at your first stop, Canania Public School. They refused to have the democracy sausage. Will you look to maybe introduce a law, legislation to Parliament to change this?
No. No, I won't. But I am, of course, appalled by Sausagegate, and that is something that everyone needs to focus on as we head into the final hours.
Could you tell us the tone of your text with Dom last night?
No, I'm going to keep that between us.
Both you and Mr. Perrottet live in Sydney. What will you do for regional New South Wales if you win today?
Yeah, that's really important, and we've made it really clear that we've got a roads package, emergency roads package for regional communities, $650 million out the door as soon as we possibly can. You do a lot of travelling as Leader of the Opposition, and I don't call them potholes, I call them craters. Some of the roads in regional New South Wales are a mess. Regional councils just don't have the balance sheet or the deep pockets to fix those roads. We'll be in there straight away. I've got to say the government and the National Party in particular just don't have those funds available. We're going to build 3 regional ambulance helicopter bases to cut down response times for those that are suffering an emergency, a health emergency. We're going to recruit 500 paramedics only for regional New South Wales. And of course, our plans for safe staffing levels in country hospitals, as well as our plans for teaching, affect country communities as well. The big message I want to say to regional communities is the electricity companies that distribute electricity in New South Wales have been privatised for metropolitan Sydney, but they remain in government hands for most of the bush. And under Labor, essential energy will never be sold off, and I don't think the Liberals and Nationals can make the same claim.
We haven't seen Labor in power across the nation as a whole in 15 years. If you're successful, that will make it all mainland states could be moving that way. What do you think that says about today's society?
I think mainly people are making a decision based on state factors and the issues that are happening in New South Wales. And, I've made the point, I know there's been a lot of commentary about mainland Australia having Labor governments, but from the perspective of New South Wales, For over a decade, or just about a decade, we've had a Liberal government at state and federal level for 10 years. So I can't imagine too many undecided voters are making a decision about who they're going to vote for because of the political circumstances in Western Australia. And the Liberals, Nationals have been in power at both levels for a long time, up until recently, in fact. They've had a fair go at fixing the entrenched problems facing New South Wales. A lot of people have been saying to me at the booths, we want to give you guys a go. They've had long enough to fix these problems. And if they haven't been able to in the last 12 years, what makes you think they're going to fix it in the next 4?
Chris, 1.5 million people have already voted. Do you
Yep.
think that many people, like those ones that you met this morning, have already made their mind up?
If they've voted, then I assume they've made their mind up, yeah. It's hard for me to know how many people go to the booth undecided, but, you know, they're going to be met by Labor candidates across New South Wales who are energetic, excited about the future. And I am always amazed when I go to really safe Conservative electorates and you've got a bright, bouncy Labor candidate who has put their heart and soul into our message in an electorate that is very, very tough for them to win. And it's a funny thing about safe seats. The voters have got a funny way of determining what's a safe seat and what a marginal seat is. And as soon as a political party on both sides believes that an electorate's in the bag, more often than not, the voters rise up and say, well, we'll decide that, not you guys.